Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Lads Season 8 action. I am joined tonight, not quite yet, but will be soon, by the one and only Artorius. But until he's here, he'll be just me for about 5 more minutes. Until that time, though, we do have two teams that are very good at taking each other out. We have No Teddy and the Radiant, the defending League of Lads Season 7 champions, coming in with a record of 4-2. They are taking on no banned players. A very strong Group B side, currently sporting a record of 5-1. So, certainly two of the better teams in Group B, two of the better teams in the league. Certainly vying now for what could be playoff positioning and, of course, a bit of pride on the line. One of the very big storylines of the series, though, is going to be carry-on-carry action. We have KU and Ultra Gunner, arguably the two best carries in Lads, taking on each other right here, right now, in some two-game melee. I, for one, as a carry enthusiast, am quite excited to see, in my opinion, my number 1 and number 2 carries taking each other on right now. And that's no disrespect to the likes of Sonigod or Fume or Nier, who are also very good carries, but I think KU and Ultra are just very good at Dota. Looking, though, at the bans and or picks on our screen, though, nothing too crazy in terms of bans. Pangolier, Tiny, Dawnbreaker, Gyro, all heroes that are towards top of the meta. All heroes that both of these teams do play, so some good bans there. We do see first pick is going to the Radiant, and it'll be second pick on the side of... Sorry, first pick to the Dire, and second pick to the Radiant, so... We see a first pick of Bane here by no banned players, and we see a... response pick Venge. It makes sense, both these heroes are quite powerful. Obviously, Venge has been nerfed, as has Bane, Venge more significantly than Bane. But Venge also counters out Bane. Speaking of heroes who are at the top, the very top of the meta, we have our good old friend, the Stalker of Night, Night Stalker. A hero who has been very prominent, both in League of Lads, but also in professional Dota. So it's not too shocking it makes an appearance here on this fine evening of League of Lads action. I, for one, am curious to see where they put the Venge and the Night Stalker. Both these heroes traditionally have been played as 3s this patch, so therefore one of them cannot be a 3. If I had to guess, it would be a 3 Night Stalker and a 4 Venge, or perhaps a 5 Venge. I know Keta, the 5 player of No Teddy, is a Venge 5 player, so it wouldn't shock me too particularly much if it is a Venge 5 or side of the Radiance. It's certainly in the sort of 4P1 style that No Teddy, aka Sheesh, aka Step Bro Stuck, has utilized both in their last 3 League of Lands seasons, but also in other leagues as well. The response, though, is a hero that Filsky has been playing a lot of recently in his 7K pubs. It is Venomancer, the Bananamancer himself, a hero which I know my co-caster, when he joins me, is not very fond of, but a hero that has been picked regardless. It is likely going to be the 3 hero for the Dire. It could, of course, flex to another role, but if I had to put money on it, I would be putting it as a 3 Venomancer. It's not necessarily a hero that Venge is great against, because you can't necessarily swap a Veno into your team, unless you can instantly Night Stalker silence him, because if you swap Veno into the action, you can very easily get his spells off before he dies, assuming he isn't silenced or stunned in time, and then his team can pounce on a Poison Nova usage by him, and basically avenge him after he dies. Looking over at the heroes in question, though, being banned out, nothing too shocking there. We're seeing Patterns Invoker, we're seeing KU's PL being banned out. Very good heroes in these cases. Artorius, are you here yet? He is not, okay. But he will be here eventually. He is in the lobby, he is in a Discord call with me, but he is just not here yet. He said he might be a few minutes, so yeah, that's probably going to happen, I guess. I guess let's put a Badger lol in the chat to my man Jay Curta, who I always love to see in my chat. Good old Yukon boy. Reppin' Connecticut. Totally a great state. Haha. But should be fun to see exactly who ends up winning the series tonight. I think potentially the winner of the series goes on to win their group. I would first say probably the winner of the series is the favorite to win Group B. if one team wins 2-0. But if no ban players take it 1-1, they still remain one game ahead of No Teddy, aka Heck Teddy, however they're going to tag their team up.
5 seconds.
What is fun to see, though, is they're seeing a number of, a number of very good carries are being banned out right now. PL, Terrorblade, Spano being banned out. Clinks remains in the pool, but Clinks has been seeing a downturn in play as of recently. We have been seeing less picking of Clinks since both the nerf to stacking and the nerfs to Clinks, both of which obviously hurt Clinks.
10 seconds.
Trying to think of heroes we've been seeing a lot that have not been banned out yet.
5 seconds remaining.
Gyro banned? Gyro is banned, okay. Tiny. Actually, a lot of these guys, we've seen a lot of Gyro, a lot of Tiny, a lot of PL, a lot of Terrorblade, a lot of Sven. All these heroes have been banned out, so we make it some interesting carry picks. We may see some more throwback heroes akin to, say, Luna or Medusa.
Team pick.
Monkey King obviously has been a pretty popular carry as well. Notably, players like Lumiere in the BTS Pro Series have been playing a lot of Monkey King, but well, I suppose that will not be happening tonight, considering Monkey King also is banned. But both these carries, though, have a very large hero pool to draw on.
10 seconds remaining.
KU can easily pull out, say, like a Spectre or a PA right now. Ultra can easily pull out a hero like Luna. So there's a lot of options still. They could potentially flex Pattern to Safe Lane as well with Safe Lane Morphling and have Ultra Gunner go mid for a game. That's certainly an option that's possible for no-ban players, as Pattern is a notable Morph player. We do see a Pudge pick, though, for No Teddy. That is likely the 4 pick. So as predicted, it is a Venge 5, Night Stalker 3, which means it will likely be a 4 Pudge for Malefic. Which should be, I'll certainly call it interesting. We're seeing Filski in the all chat is saying based. I don't know if I agree with that, but I know my co-caster, when he shows up, will agree with that, because he is a big fan of 4 Pudge. Don't quite know where he is yet, but he will be here. I assure you he exists, he is alive, he is not deceased quite yet. What is, though, alive also is our man Bloodseeker, who has been picked, who is a selection for the side of the Dire, which is likely going to be the carry side pick for Ultra Gunner. It could be a number of things still. We don't necessarily know exactly where it could be. It could be a 3-core, could be a mid laner, could even be a 4 support if they're getting real frisky, but it's probably the carry for Ultra Gunner. They say, you know what, we want to save our mid pick for 23. Let's just get our carry out of the way now. It's got to be a hero who matches up pretty well into Venge Night Stalker, a hero who can lane into Pudge, and a hero who hopefully can ball out of control and synergize well with our Venomancer. Obviously, the Poison Nova and the Thirst passive on Bloodseeker synergize quite well. It allows Dire to potentially take a team fight in which the Bloodseeker can be very, very strong. Obviously, he'll need a BKB this game. There's no question about it, but once Bloodseeker starts getting rolling, say something like SNY BKB, maybe he can just start balling out of control, like Maelstrom SNY BKB. Then he can simply run over these Radiant heroes, really disrupt KU's game. Because fundamentally, the way that No Teddy has played forever is you make space for KU by playing as 4 and making space from the farm until he hits a timing window, until his hero is strong. But if you can run with Bloodseeker as 5 into the remaining 4 of Heck Teddy, you ideally can win the 5v4 fights, and Bloodseeker is a very fundamentally great carry at running the 5v4. So if you do that, say you lose, I don't know, Veno in a fight, say Veno and Bane in a fight, but you kill 4, you can then take a tier 1 tower, grab map control, put wards up, and with a hero like Nyx, you should have very good vision game. Obviously, Jinx on Nyx should be very annoying for Radiant to deal with. A lot of sentries will have to be used. You have to be a little bit wary of Nyx scouting your plays, of getting in your backlines, of simply ruining your Dota 2 experience. I am a big fan of the Dire side draft here. I am a big fan of the concept they're going for. I think fundamentally it's not a very good late game draft, but I think they have the right heroes to prevent the late game from happening. So I like the Dire draft a lot so far. I am a big fan of the concept they're going for. Where is our man Artorius? Still not here. He'll be here soon. He'll be here soon, I assure you. Don't quite know where he is though. So it's two very different fundamental approaches here. It's Radiant are also going for a team fight, but their means of getting to the late game is going to be via dodging and taking counter engagements, while Dire are going to look to engage. The question is Radiance going to be good enough at both making good lane plays as well as making good mid game plays to last the late game? That is to be determined. I like this Void pick though. He's a hero who should outscale the Dire team, but also via Chronosphere and time dilation have the ability to fight if Dire fight into him. I think this is probably the ideal pick, all things considered, given that they need a hero who can both scale late, but also, if necessary, do a fight. And Void, even with 0 items, can still contribute to a fight via simply pressing his W button and pressing his R button, or equivalent to his hotkeys. So, just using the time dilation and Chronosphere is just really powerful here in this game. Especially against heroes on the Dire that use a lot of spells and fights. You see, there's a lot of low cooldown abilities, and fundamentally they're good abilities because they're low cooldowns. But if you can get dilation on them, like say a hero like Venomancer, right? He can be spamming Plague Ward over and over and over again, but you put that, I want to say it's a 9-second D for that time dilation. That'll absolutely ruin the ability for Venomancer to play in the fights until he has purges. And I'm sure Venom at some point will grab a purge. By the point that Venom can either afford, say, Guardian Greaves or a Lotus Orb, or perhaps a Yule's, then Radiant will also have some items. So you could apply the exact same logic to Nyx. Once again, 3 very low cooldown abilities. Bloodseeker, 2 low cooldown abilities. Bane, 3 low cooldown abilities. Like, all these heroes have very low cooldown abilities that they want to keep spamming in the team fights over and over and over again, as the fights go longer and longer. But time dilation will really ruin the ability for them to do that. So I'm a big fan of this Void pick. Actually, I'm a real big fan of a lot of the things both teams are doing in these drafts. I like both these teams' drafts a lot. I think both teams are drafting very well right now.
5 seconds remaining. Pick.
I don't know about that one. I mean, it makes sense. What? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Huh. Well, I like the Dire draft a lot more suddenly. I think Pattern is a very good Void Spirit player, if memory serves. They have decent tools of locking him down, but Dire have, like an actual normal draft, and Radiant have picked a Techies, who either you played as a 1 core or a 2 core. I don't exactly know if it's like a right-click techies that they're going for, or what the idea is here, but they've got KU playing techies, which is, So they have put Keita on the 5 Night Stalker and 11-17 on the offlane Venge Spirit. Well, I am really confused with what this Radiant draft is. I was a big fan of what they were doing. I think if they put in a hero like, say, Leshrac or Death Prophet or Lina on top of this, would be a very, no Teddy type draft would be very effective. They just tucked in a Techies, and that, I guess I'm gonna have to give the draft to Dire now, because they have an actual normal draft. This is, definitely messing up my head, because this is, really weird, actually. I'm slightly confused by the concept that Radiant are going for. Maybe they know something that I don't know. Maybe they're here to meme, but I, for one, am going to give it to Dire off the draft alone. Sorry, to Dire, there we go. Dire's the one that doesn't have techies. Alright then, I mean, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of a 2-game series between No Teddy on the Radiant and No Man players on the Dire. My name is Badger. I am joined. Am I joined? I am not joined yet, but I will be joined by the one and only Artorius. Until that time, though, you'll be in the driver's seat with me and me only. We have the 4-man smoke from the side of No Band players, everybody but the Venomancer, headed through the river right now, perhaps running towards the Radiant side. Radiant are playing deep in their jungle right now. Dire are headed up to the Radiant side tri-camp, blocking the small camp. Smart move. But Radiant are playing 5 over here. They'll be headed into the Dire side tri-camp instead, running directly at Filsky Dotes.
30 seconds.
It could potentially be first blood for Radiant, or it could be simply 2 bounties apiece. Filsky appears to know he's backed off. Game sense is good. So Radiant, move forward. They will grab this rune. It will be 2 runes apiece, but nothing too crazy in this case. Saw both teams have made of very aggressive movements, but because both teams made of movements, neither will hit on their movements. Yeah, 2 bounty runes apiece, so so very... What is going on right now? Seeing Keita is running past vision. They know he's here. There's 3 tire heroes nearby. We see Nephilim now. Has Nightmare. May use it. Will use it. Now in comes Jinx. We'll have the Impale. This could just be a first blood there on that 5 Night Stalker Impale. Is still up. Is not used. They're holding it. They need a TP cancel if Keita decides to TP. Which is smart. Good play there by Jinx to not use it. They can't use it now if they want, perhaps. They're simply running at the Night Stalker. Impale is there. He will go down. First blood will be drawn by either Jinx or Nephilim. Not sure who quite yet. And we'll go to Nephilim there on that Bane. First blood right there after an extended chase eventually results in the Night Stalker going down. I suppose it's supposedly bad there for Ultra Gunner considering he didn't have support in lane the entire time despite leading into 2, but well, he's still 3-1 CS-wise, so it's not like they really hurt him. So we're seeing techies mid from KU, which is, usually when you're a caster, you're prepared to say words, you know? This time, I am not prepared to say words. I don't know what the techies mid hopes to accomplish. I genuinely don't know what it hopes to accomplish. It seems like Sniper, but worse in every way, so I'm not really sure what it hopes to accomplish. And he's very sad. He sees his small camp is blocked. Dire are prepared. They have blocked the small camp. They're ensuring he cannot farm this camp, which you see so much. When mid laners are in a losing lane, they go to the small camp early and often. But now KU can't go there. It's blocked by... I'm not sure who blocked it, but it's still blocked. So right now these lanes are going very heavily in Dire's favor because Techies is losing lane. You've gotten first blood. Your Bloodseeker is farming fine. Your Void Spirit is absolutely crushing his lane right now. 12-4 versus Techies is 6-0. I mean, this is just one of the absolute biggest bloodbaths in terms of a one-sided game I've seen in a long time right now so far. I'm hoping that No Teddy can really get their draft together and start to do Dota 2, because this is just disastrous right now. We're seeing their Faceless Voids taking a lot of damage in the bottom lane. Will have the time walk now, but he's still low on HP. Mid lane, meanwhile, its KU is extremely low. Resonant Pulse is there. He's very, very low, so Bloodseeker is very happy. Back to bottom lane, they're running Faceless Void. The right clicks are there. Faceless Void will get impaled and will go down now. 2 kills for the side of no ban players. And these lanes have been very good for no ban players. Many people were concerned it may be a long game with Techies being in it, but we are on pace for a not very long game right now. Artorius, are you here? You are still muted. Please be here. You are not here. Top lane, though, we are seeing a Nightmare there onto that Dungeon Spirit into the Blood Ray of Ultra Gunner. 11-17 is already somewhat low. He's trying to run. Brain Sap is there, but once again, Benjamin's alive. Now they turn to Nephilim. That Missile is their hook. There's no mana. They're right-clicking. Down goes Nephilim. Kill there to Malefic on that Pudge. They now turn to Ultra Gunner, who's trying to run. Blood Ray is there. Will hit onto the Pudge. So Ultra with that move speed should be able to run away. Magic Missile is there. Is there follow-up though? No, there's no mana for the hook quite yet. He can't stick and hook if he wants to. Meanwhile, bot lane, the diving tower. Jinx is there at the impale, looking for Night Stalker. Night Stalker is low. He needs 2 more hits. He blocks. Now, Incomplete Legends. He blocks the path there of Jinx. Jinx is now juking away in these trees, trying to once again run a Keita. Poison Gale though, sorry, Venomous Gale from Filsky ends up killing Keita there on that Night Stalker. So now 3 kills there for the side of no ban players. On another extended dive there in that bottom lane. In top lane, Ultra remains alive, was salved up, I believe, by the Bane. It's a magic missile into a hook, though. Now he's deep under that tier 1 tower in the top lane. He's trying to juke. He will TP, and there is no cancel. Ultra Gunner will survive. But as that happens in middle lane, we're seeing a rotation looking for KU, perhaps. Jinx is there on that Nyx Assassin. But there is no 6 quite yet on pattern, so maybe they're waiting for that. They didn't go anyways. Maybe he's putting a ward up deep in the Radiant side jungle to scout these camps, which KU has been farming. As you can see, he's been stacking and farming those.
You can't run from the venomous one.
Yeah, this is I don't know, this is some real Dota 2 action right now. That's the best way to describe it. This has been absolutely fascinating. One of the oddest permutations of Dota I've seen in my entire life, no doubt about it. Usually, you know, you see normal Dota, but this is not normal Dota. This is some real, some real weird stuff. See Nightmare top lane there onto the Pudge. They may hit him with the Blood Right as well. Malefic, though, has some HP. Hook is there. An Ultra Gunner now. Right-clicking Magic Missile is there onto the Bloodseeker. Pudge pops the 6 survives for now, but now in comes Pattern on the dive. Kills Malefic. Now turns to level 17. Remnant is there. It taunts him in. They are hitting the Venge. Venge, though, is very low. Simile is there, but it misses. Once again, they're hitting 11-17. Back to bottom lane. Impale is missed. Kato, though, wants to hit Jinx once again. He's running at him, but his target remains a Nyx Assassin, so it's a hard kill there. Once again, though, it's another kill. For the side of no-ban players, they're up to 4 kills now. These lanes have been good. They have been quite fortuitous. One can say they've won all 3 lanes to some degree. Some harder than others, of course. If there is one thing they have done, though, they've kept Ultra Gunner relatively poor so far. He's only 25-2 in terms of last hits, which is not great. You obviously want a bit more than that on a hero like Bloodseeker. Looking over at net worth, it's a relatively similar story. Bloodseeker is still savage. The Artorius is very happy. Bottom lane, though, Dilation is there on a Jinx. Impale is there, though, onto Nice Stalker. Nyx remains low. Time Lock is there. Down goes Jinx. Now we're seeing League of Legends Mr. Kobe has to TP away to the fountain. Hit by the spells of Filsky. So overall there, it's a kill there on that Nyx Assassin, but it forced out a TP of Faceless Void. Back to the fountain. Where's Pudge? How's he been dead for? When did Pudge just die, actually? Did he get ganked top lane when I was watching Evering bottom lane? Seems like it, yeah. Seems like it. Somehow missed that one. It's okay, though. All is fine. Is our man Artorius here yet? No, he is not. Of course he's not. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Back to the bottom lane, though. Keita is in danger. Jinx has the Impale. May use it. Gale is there. Impale is up. Hook, though, is used and set onto Nyx Assassin. Now pop the Carapace. The Impale's there on 2. Down goes Kato. Kobe, though, walks in looking for a Jinx. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Now they're running at Filsky. Ern is there onto that Pudge. But Pudge now must walk away, but the Faceless Void remains alive. Mr. Kobe, League of Legends on that Faceless Void is A-okay. Question of the day, though, is what is Techie's building? I don't know yet. He has Arcane Soul Ring, which is relatively standard stuff on Techies. Question is, does he go for the more spell-casting-oriented items, as I say, like the Aghanim Scepter, items like that, or does he get a little bit wild and crazy tonight? Possibly some real off-meta stuff there. It's a little hard to tell. Hook is there, bottom end though, on the Venomancer. They're once again hitting him with 2. Dilation is popped, Boski is low, Impale is there, onto the Pudge, Time Walk will dodge it. Coronal Sphere is now there, on a 2. Nightmare is there, onto Faceless Void, down goes Filsky. Now in comes Keita on the rotation. We're seeing a TP as well from 11-17. Nephilim will go down. Ultra Gunner TP into a ride, but there's already 2 of his teammates dead, and now he must run away. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's a dive there on that tower by Pattern onto KU. KU goes down solo to Void Spirit, so they're costing that. It's a 2-for-1. And now Malefic attempts to avenge. Hook is there. Is there more damage? He's level 5 though. So Pattern will dissimulate. There is no dismember. So Pattern remains alive. This is just fascinating Dota right now. Now we're seeing Kobe top lane is in danger. He's being run at by Filski. Time walks on cooldown for 2, but now he has it up again. Will not use it. Will now use it. His teammates now TP in. It's KU and Keita. They want to get Filski on that Venomancer, who is not skilled Poison Nova. They want to run in, perhaps through the trees here, but Keita is not level 6, and Filski, with these good old playing wards, spots things. They see heroes here. They now know Filski is under danger. And as well, he will back away towards that tower, setting up a perimeter of wards here to get vision. Good play there by Filski Dotes. That's fascinating. This is fascinating plays I pledged today. Hey Artorius, have you arrived yet? No? Okay. I'm still alone, of course. Feels bad, man. We may be seeing a fight mid lane, though. A lot of heroes are congregating in that area. What do we have right now? What do we have, actually? We have a Smoke of Deceit on Pudge, and we have a Smoke of Deceit on the Bane, and on the Nyx. So both teams are ready to fight if they want to. Right now, though, it may be an attempt on 11-17 bottom lane. Rupture is there, into the Blood Rate. Metaburn is there, now Venge is juking. Carapace is popped. They're diving this tower, looking for her now. Radiant TP at 11-17 has pistol there on Ultra Runner. Can they kill him? Swap is there. 11-17 is alive. Ultra Runner goes down, and now they move to Jinx. Jinx goes down. Great play there by No Teddy. Fantastic teamwork. Gets 2 kills and saves their teammate. And now they move to Pattern, who must step away with that Astral Snap. Absolute disaster for no band players. A lot of effort is used, and they get absolutely nothing. And meanwhile, at the other ring of our circus, we have techies setting up mines here in the top lane. I'm not sure if they know exactly where they are, but there's a sentry word right there, so if Dire step on over either direction, they should easily spot these mines. Meanwhile, bot lane, Hook is there on a Pattern. Dismember, though, is not there in time. But somebody just in place, into the missile, into Dismember now. Pattern steps away, is low. Malefic goes down, but now Kobe has arrived, but he's silenced. So Pattern barely lives. Meanwhile, top lane is Filski running at KU. The Gale is there, and the mines are up. Will they be used? Yes, they are! Down goes Filski. Now the bottom lane, the Impale is there on to Kobe. Into that grip as well from Nephilim. Down goes Faceless Void. So across the map, it is a 2-for-1. Bottom lane, 2-for-0 for no band players. Top lane, KU solo killing Filski. In the fighting, it continues. Pudge, Night Stalker, Venge, all once again there. They have the swap, they have the dismember. Radiance, spot Dire, placing Gordon. Now swap is there on to Ultra Gunner. Ultra Gunner will go down, but can Radiant get more? They're running. I guess they're running nowhere, actually. I thought they were running a Jinx, but instead it's simply 1 kill. Is there a hook, though? It's up. Is it used? We're waiting for it. Never mind, it is not used. Once again, getting a kill there on that Ultra Gunner Bloodseeker is fantastic. If there's one kill map you want, it is continuously keeping down the Bloodseeker, stopping him from snowballing. Dire, though, are posturing very aggressively in this Radiant side jungle. They want, perhaps, to find kills, either on a farming hero in the jungle or mid lane. Radiant, though, are aware of this movement. You see Pattern stepping in on Keita. Keita is impaled. Closer. It's there on 3, though. It's fantastic. Down goes Pattern. They move to Jinx and Nephilim. Hook is there. Onto the Bane. Keita is low. Keita goes down. But Bane and Nyx will join him in the grave. It'll be a 3-for-1 trade. Very heavily in the side of No Teddy. And somehow, someway, this absolute clown show of the draft is putting it together. It's an absolute miracle, and you love to see it. Seeing Malefic, though, for the first time in a very long time, has missed his hook. Thought he might get Ultra Gunner from long range. Ended up being a bit off to the side, though, so luckily for Ultra, he is not bothered by the pudge any further. This is just some real... Another miss, unfortunately, from Malefic. Tried to get Ultra Gunner from the trees, but he did not hit the hook. I'm not sure what his plan would be, actually, if he hit the hook, considering his teammates are very, very far away. I'm not sure if he cares. I think he just wants to hook him, actually. At long last, though, Dire are committing to grabbing the Radiant side bottom tier 1 tower. Radiant TP'd away. They are, though, looking for a pattern on that Void Spirit. Hook from long range misses. Back to bottom tower. 4-hit tower. Goes down. So now Dire will begin to grab some map control on the Radiant side jungle. Moving. Oh, I can't draw arrows anymore, but they will be moving in this direction. Over the map, looking for more. Meanwhile, though, Radiant remains splitting the map. They have completely moved to the Dire side jungle right now. They perhaps want to mirror the movements and grab that top tier 1 tower. Or perhaps the middle tier 1 tower as well, but with Dire defending it's a little bit harder. Back to the top tier 1, it is 11-17 who is hitting. Will be very dead no matter about 12 seconds. Maybe not. But with no Dire defenders being here, this tower is not long for life. Looking over at KU though, this is a big problem. This Techies is building these mine stacks in the Dire side jungle, meaning that Dire will have to play in the Radiant side jungle to farm, which means if Radiant want the team fight, they can easily bring that Chronosphere into the Radiant side jungle in the near future, which is very, very fun. Top T1 at long last is dead, so it is equal in towers right now. We're seeing Hook mid lane. I believe that was meant to hit the siege unit. Might have been a range creep. I'm not entirely sure at this point. Wasn't watching it. It is Nyx, though, under that tower. But Radiant have vision. Is there Hook? No, there is not. Not quite yet. Radiant, though, are aware of his positioning. They know he was there. Hook, though, will miss. So Malefic tried to hook onto the Invis Nyx Assassin. Could not hit him. Back to the mid T1, Dire are setting up with those Plague Wards and have men in the wings. They want to begin the siege now. Pattern perhaps looks for a dive. Has 2 charges of that Astral Step. Might go in now if he's able to find opportunity. But Dire are fine and slowly sieging with the Plague Wards. Having Ultra Gunner farm nearby, farm these camps, farm bottom lane, as his team slowly works here. But now they speed it up. It's a 4-man Smoke of Deceit. Not quite sure where they're going. Could be towards KU, or it could be a wraparound gank. They run a KU, but the mines! They kill Jinx! Nephilim, Nightmare does some damage. The grip is there on Techies. Techies certainly will go down. Good play there by Nephilim. Actually saves himself with a fantastic Nightmare dodge on the lion's share of that Techies damage. Had he have died there, would have been a huge double kill for KU, and there would have been no grip to kill Techies. So big heads up play there by Nephilim. Good reaction to pop that defensive Nightmare right away, saving himself. And as a result, it turns it could have been a 2-for-0 into a 1-for-1. Fantastic play there by the Bane. Radiant, though, have done a very good job so far of holding this middle tier 1 tower. It remains alive. Relatively low on HP, but it is minute 18. It might last until minute 20 or longer, which is perfect to give space for KU to begin ruining the day of the Dire. And they are slowly having their day ruined. The longer Techies plays Dota, the longer Dire no longer want to play Dota. Never heard a more true statement than that, that's for sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Where is Artorius? Actually, don't know anymore. I don't know. She's gonna step in top lane looking for the Faceless Void, but he is fine. Back to the Radiant Tri-Camp. Dire want to invade there, perhaps. Jinx is nearby on that Nyx Assassin, but Yeah, they are not going to go. Not quite yet, at least. Seems like they want to, but instead they're playing it slow. They say, you know what? This Radiant team has one actual carry. They have the Faceless Void. See Jinx as well, almost dying to a stack of mines there at the rune. Barely surviving, though. But Dire, they say, you know what, we're fine playing it late. We don't mind going late into this lineup. Radiant, though, are now taking it to the Dire. They have made a 4-man smoke maneuver. Everyone but Techies is there. Looking at their vision, they see very little. Now see Bane. So now somebody on the side of the Dire is in their jungle. Question is, who can they find? The smoke has popped on Void Spirits, and they have silenced on the Jinx and Nyx Assassin. They're running at this man. Swap is there, bringing Nyx back into Dismember, which will be his death. Radiant, though, want more than the supports. The problem is, the rest of the heroes are far away. We're seeing Patterns playing heavily top lane, alternating on the Radiant side jungle. So Radiant must be content with a kill, and perhaps parlaying that into a tier 1 tower mid lane. And that is the plan.
Yikes.
Welcome back, Artorius! You're late, sir.
Yeah.
We are now being joined by the one and only Artorius, Kala player extraordinaire, member of the side of Canoe and the Canoobs, and 7KMR extraordinaire. How are you tonight, sir?
Not bad. I don't know what the fuck this draft is.
That's what I've been saying for the last 25 minutes. It's glad you're on the same page.
Or it's gonna fail miserably, and I can't tell.
I mean, it's one of those things where Dire took a 2k gold lead in like 4 minutes, and they have not grown it at all. Radiant have kept it relatively stable.
So it's 5 Night Stalker, 3 Venge, 4 Pudge, carry techies?
Mid techies. We're seeing top lane though, they're going on to Pattern. He will dissimulate. The silence is there though from Keita. They will kill Void Spirit. Elation is there. Magic Missile is there. Down goes Pattern. So Pattern was split pushing top lane, but Malefic, with that Aether Lens, had a good dismemberance. Down goes that middle Void Spirit. And Radiant, it was carry Void, mid techies, 3 Venge, 4 Pudge, 5 Night Stalker, and Dire. You know what Dire did. Dire's draft is obvious.
Obviously, League of Legends doesn't play mid techies then, and that's why they swapped KU mid.
I think KU simply wanted to play techies, and I don't think it was a good idea, and they just did it anyways.
Well, I mean, he has picked up his power spike of Ags. They might look to do something with that, but the Bloodseeker does already have a BKB.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things, too, where Dire are picking up key defensive items. Obviously, BKB on Bloodseeker is the main one, but they have a Kaya Sange on the Voice Spirit to pick up an Agnes Zipper as well, on top of a Guardian Greaves and a Lotus Orb soon on... Not Guardian Greaves, sorry, a Lotus Orb on the Venomancer, so... There's a lot of very cool stuff there to simply purge off all the crowd control of the Radiant right now. It's a little bit concerning. Bottom lane, though, Venge is in some danger. Vendetta, Impale are there, into Bloodray, into the Remnant of Void Spirits. Down goes 11-17, but he has that Aghanim Scepter. He can look to team fight still with that good old Illusion. Radiant actually have 4 in the area if you got the Venge Illusion. They have to swap play if they want to go for it. Looking at Radiant Vision, they don't say anything, though.
You can't keep team fighting when his Pudge hooks him out and then body blocks him.
Yeah, a little bit of miscoordination there from usually the best coordinated team in the league, but that's Dota 2 for you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
My question of the day is, what is Radiant's win condition?
I don't know, but this Venge needs to die. The Ultra should not have hit her because she would have respawned right there.
Yeah. Maybe he was concerned that Radiant were playing on the high ground here, but if they were, then why is he there?
I'm pretty sure Radiant's win condition is you just have techies blow up either the mid or the offlane, the mid or the carry, and then you kill the other in Chronosphere.
That seems ambitious.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Dire, though, have 4-man smoke into the Radiant side jungle. They're playing by the Radiant side outpost, and they see KU. It's a very big target if they can get it, but he has mines. They also they see Keita. It's Yules and Remnant there into the Blood Rain as well. Keita will go down. Now Radiant looks to avenge. Hook is there on the Pattern, but he steps away in time before December is there. And now 11-17 is on the bench, but has swap. Rupture is there. Actually, no, utter rest of the mines of KU! The mines! It's just so much damage. And then out turn to Filski, who tries to force away. Is there a stun? Yes, there is. Magic Missile. Hook. He will pop that Poison Nova, but will it get kills? Venge is very low. TP's the Fountain, and will survive. We're seeing KU and Malefic may do the same. So overall there, Radiance. That is a great trade. They traded support for 2 cores. That is... They're gonna win, aren't they? They're gonna win this game somehow.
You said it was ambitious, and they did exactly that. They killed the carry with mines, and then all they had to do, in theory, was Chronosphere the Void. The Void needed to Chronosphere the Void, but he wasn't there in time, so...
Alright, Jinx died. I'm not quite sure where he died, but I sort of know how he died. It was a stack of mines there from KU in the dire side jungle, right over here. And at this point, Jinx is dead, and KU is, I wonder how much damage he has at this point.
I think this is one of those times where I won't chirp you for missing kills because it's a techies.
It's techies,
you never
yeah.
know where he's going to kill someone because it's hard to keep track of all of his mine stacks.
I mean, it's hard for a techies player to do it, let alone like an actual broadcaster, because he's got mines in the Radiant Tri camp right now. I think he had a bunch in the dire side jungle at the river, both of them have been exploded to almost kill Pattern and to kill Jinx. He's got a couple in the Radiant side jungle, and he just keeps placing them, you know what I mean? So it's hard to to track techies.
Although after that fight and the couple minutes preceding said fight, it went from Void Spirit Bloodseeker top to a net worth to Techie's Void Spirit and Void.
We see KU in the Radiant jungle kills Jinx. Now he's being gone on by Nephilim and Pattern. He will go down, but Radiant to avenge their mid laner KU. 11-17 and Keita run forward. Void has Chronosphere. Keita ascended, but he slept by the Nightmare of Bane. Now in comes Remnant and Bloodright. Hook is there from long range on the Bane. Keita is dead, but can they trade for the Bane? No, they're on the run. Dire, go forward. Grip is there. On to Malefic. 11-17 will go down, and they're now running at the Pudge. The illusion has returned. It's hitting Nephilim. He swaps forward and kills Nephilim with the illusion. The illusion certainly will die. That is an illusion well used, but overall there, a very good trade once again for side of the Dire, who trade 3 for 2 and pick up a middle laner.
Yeah, it was unfortunate with the hook. The Aether Remnant pulled him out of the hook, and then I don't think he actually wanted to catch that Bane there.
No, you bring Bane literally to the best spot for Bane. It's a bit of an unintentional grief there by Pudge. Yeah, I'm happy though we got the Castles draft. This is one of those like once in a lifetime drafts, I think. You don't get to watch this very often. This is a real from long range! Malefic hooks Filski, but he force staffs away, never minds. I thought he would die.
He had the classic Pudge play where you throw a hook, and then for some reason Pudge starts walking away even if you don't issue a movement command. So if he goes into fog, and you so you get the vision when you hook the target, right? And then if you press ulti, sometimes Pudge will just walk away instead of towards them. I think that's what happened there, so then he got fogged and wasn't able to ult him.
It's a bit unfortunate there. Certainly need to get this member off. Simply to buy time for his teammates to TP in. Would have been a nice little time for at least somebody to TP in there. Some follow-up under that tower to actually kill the Venomancer, which is a big kill if you can get it, but it's not an easy kill. He has a Hood, Force, Vessel, so it's a lot of effective HP there for that Filski Venomancer. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a standoff for now. We're seeing KU setting up mines, and everyone's trying to avoid the mines, because we're not playing Dota, we're playing Minesweeper. And right now, Dire are the unwitting competitors in the game of Minesweeper. Seeing Hook from long ranges there onto Pattern, he will dissimulate and walk away, so... Good hook from Malefic, but to quite literally zero effect. And Pattern will survive easily. Mid lane, though, Keita may be in a little bit of danger. Ah, he's fine.
There is a DD on this Bloodseeker, so they may look to actually pressure this bottom 2-2 tower now.
Seeing a rupture turns 11-17 into Vendetta of Jinx. Is there the Ultra Gunner, but Venge certainly will die. But she has the illusion. She stuns onto Jinx into a long-range hook from Malefic. Jinx will self-heals, but it will not matter. He will go down. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far. But Radiant, with that Venge swap, want to perhaps look for more, but they've already ran away.
It's one of those things where you have to be careful on how hard you commit on the Venge with the Axe, because obviously her illusion.
How did that... You saw a hook, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did that not hit, actually? I thought that was on the mark.
I don't know. Hook has weird hit registration. Sometimes it hits when it shouldn't, and other times it doesn't hit when it should.
I could have sworn that was going to be on the mark. I mean, we saw the hook come back, right? It was through the center of the center circle of Dissimulates. That's why I was so confused. Like, wait a minute. It's dead on, right? Right? Apparently not. Valve says no.
The Void Spirit does have that. I don't know how long it lasts, but it's like the ever so slight cast animation when he uses Dissimulate, whereas Hero just kind of like looks like it's there, but it's really not. It's like under 0.1 seconds.
I don't think it was in that window, but I could be wrong. It's been a while, and there's a lot of things that happened today in Dota, so it's hard to remember every single minutia, you know? You may be right.
Faceless Void disassembled his Echo Saber for a BKB, and he's also picked up a Lincoln Sphere.
That is interesting. That indicates he really wants to play out his team in teamfight right now. That's why you do that. The problem is, what's the play? How do they force a fight? This is really a fighter's build on Faceless Void. It really is. But they're not fighting. They can't fight a fight.
Mm-hmm. This bottom tower is just gonna die.
We're seeing Filsky is just slowly killing it, and I mean Malefic is set up. He will actually hook Filsky into this member finally at long last, but he needs follow-up. And now in comes a cascade of TPs. Nova is there to Malefic, but Filsky certainly will go down, and the tower remains alive. Jinx is swapped. No, Filsky TPs away in time somehow! And now, Filsky, now TPs. Jinx goes down, Filsky goes down. Radiant certainly want to get more. Somehow, it turns into a denied tower and 2 kills. 11-17, will he die? No, he will not, actually. So very interesting fight. So Malefic TP'd away there, right?
Yeah, Malefic TP'd
okay.
because he got Venom ulted and Spear Vesseled.
That got a little bit chaotic there. I'm like, alright, what's happening? What's going on?
One thing I do want to point out, though, is if Dire loses this game, going into the next game, I don't know how you mentally recover from that.
You don't.
Yeah.
Like, you have to heal for a good, 24 hours after that game. You can wake up in the morning, tomorrow, say, I don't know, 11 a.m. It's like, man, I lost that game of Dota. I'm still mad about that. Seeing Pattern at long last has killed the top tier 1 tower. Something he's died doing before and almost died doing multiple times, but at long last he has claimed that tower and steps away instantly. Alright, so tracking the mines, we have a stack and something exploded. Not sure where.
There's the one mine middle, you just killed the creep wave with it.
Okay, so yes, mines here by the sort of T1 tower area. You summon the Dire Side jungle right now. You summon the Roshan pit. You summon the river at the rune spawn spot. And is that it? Are those the 4 mine stacks? Am I missing one?
There's top jungle, Roshan pit, wards, radiant middle, and radiant middle.
Okay, so oh, there's 2. Where's the other one, actually? Oh, there. That's a small one. That's tiny. I meant the one I didn't see the one to the right there. Now, I'm trying to track it so I can see it, but it's just so hard. We're seeing Pattern goes for a solo kill on Malefic. This could be his doom. Once again, Silence is there onto the pipe. Now Radiant have arrived. Hook from long range is there. Into Magic Missile, and now they will hit him. Dilation is there. Silence is there. Down goes Pattern. Pattern, that is not a good trade, my man. That is you for support.
Yeah, he missed the Aether Remnant, or he does get that kill without dying, but then the hook from Malefic just brought him back in, otherwise he might have even got away.
That's like literally a dying breath hook. Like that man was in the middle of the hook, he died. He avenged his own life, I suppose. Now some mines explode, nobody dies, but Jinx now dies to a stack of mines there from KU, so that's now 2 members dead. Kobe looked for a chrono. Filsky, though, forced out the way in time, so he canceled that cast animation on that one. Now we're seeing Nephilim is really, with these defensive nightmare usages, has been ruining the game of KU so far. He once again takes down another stack of mines. Over in the Roshan pit, though, it's Radiant who are looking for the Edicts of the Immortal. They're headed on in with 3. It's Keita, Kobe, and 1117 hitting that Roshan. Dire appear not to know. And if they did, well, they have 2 stacks of mines to go through, so good luck. Filsky, no, he goes down. KU's mine stack one-shots Filsky. Now Radiance, with another mine stack, will easily secure Roshan. Aegis will go to Kobe there on that Faceless Void. And now go to the Dire Side Jungle. Hook and swap our 10th on Ultra. This member is there. He'll BKB, but can they kill him again? He ruptures, he blood rates, but he goes down! Down goes Ultra Gunner! And Radiant look for more! Keita has ascended, running at Nephilim, but he now doubles back away from Nephilim, wary of that Fiend's Grip. But still Radiant have killed 2 cores and claimed an Aegis. Now top lane, they look for pattern. Silence. It's not there in time, but they are chasing. They have that flying vision from the Dark Ascension. They see him, but can they kill him? Meanwhile, mid lane, Void and Venge are there. Top lane again. They look for pattern. Pattern different ways. Mid lane again. Sleep is there. Top lane. It's once again running forward. Pattern has one more Astral Step. They know he's there. Remnant is there. On to Keita. Hook is there from long range, bringing his teammate back to him. Pattern some lanes away. Mid lane. Tower goes down. In the very end, nobody dies but a mid-tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
Artorius, these teams are making it very hard on me to cast this. They're making it very hard on me.
Night Stalker's actually picked up his first item, BKB. Just went phase, earn BKB.
Huh. You see it a lot on Core Stalkers buying, say, Echo into BKB, but I guess as a 5 you don't need Echo. You just buy BKB? I don't know. Seeing Radiant, they'll also grab the top tier 2 tower. They want to perhaps begin a siege in the high ground, but Dire are set up there with most of their heroes. Notably, KU is mining the Dire side tri-camp, but with this OBS, they have some idea he's playing there. They have a sentry as well when the time comes. But in the Dire jungle, Dire, well, they're there, but so are the Radiants. Chronosphere, it's there on 2! Who can they kill? It's Pattern, and Ultra Gunner inside! Impale is there on Venge and Pudge. Keita goes in, silences, BKBs are popped, in comes Assimilate. Venge is low, Kobe is fighting, still has Aegis, Malefic low. 1117 goes down, Malefic goes down, but Radiant still want to fight perhaps. They still have the Edicts of the Immortal. Missile is there to Pattern, they go in, they BKB, but the Impale once again, silence comes in the Pattern, but it misses. Grip is there onto Keita, and now this is Void, loses Aegis. Radiant continue to fight, but Grip on Keita is so much damage. Jinx goes down, Missile is there onto Nephilim. Nephilim goes down. Radiant pursue, looking for Pattern. Dilate is there. Pattern, though, steps away, looking for Keita. Keita got his remnant. Radiant still hunt for Pattern. Missile is there. Silence is there. Can they get Pattern? They know he's there. Ultra, man fights. Keita goes down. Pattern goes down. Triple kill for 1117. Filsky has a Gale on 2. Radiant go forward. They dilate. Venom, it's on the run. Swap is there. On to Filsky. Bloodright comes in. Venge will be very dead here at the Illusion. And now Radiant are on the run. KU is gone. And Kobe's on the run. Venge's Illusion at long last dies. And now faces Void. Time walks and TPs. In Dire, they lose a lot, but their high ground, it is in pristine condition.
Yeah, it was looking like a good Chronosphere, but you just didn't have any follow-up. It was just him inside there. And like, worst case scenario, somebody got close to dying, and the Bane could have just gripped him or nightmared the target that he was hitting. So, would have been awkward initiation on Radiant.
Now KU is in danger with Yules from Jinx into the Impale. Filski and Nephilim are both there, but in comes Kobe. He BKBs running at Filski. Filski has been defensive nightmare. Now League of Legends turns over to Jinx. Jinx goes down to KU's mines. Kobe, time locks in, time locks away though. Nephilim goes down. Not sure where the rupture went, but what was it rupture used on?
Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, Lincoln Sphere. Makes sense, okay. So overall there, Radiance claim 2. They claim both supports there. Both Jinx and Nephilim go down there to the combination of KU and Kobe. Actually, they want to get more. They have Chrono in 5. They're going to go.
I'm surprised by this Vengeful's build. She's building into like a carry. I thought it would have been like a Lotus Orb type game or something, but now she, like utility Venge build. But no, she just went Ags into this carry build. She even has the Elven Tunic. The Faceless Void instead has Paladin Sword. I think he had Blast Rig before that. But that is now shifted to Night Stalker. And the Pudge has the Ninja Gear.
Dota 2. This is the most Dota 2 game I've seen in my entire life.
Oh no. He's just got a Timeless Relic.
Oh my lord, that is a huge neutral item. Plus 15% spell damage and plus 25% debuff duration. My lord, that is very fortuitous for KU.
I think Void just almost chronoed some trees. You went to go time walk, you clicked the wrong button, started making the chrono animation, and canceled it.
Now that would have been hilarious.
That would have been epic, just fucking chronoing a bunch of trees.
Listen, maybe he's made friends with Timbersaw, you know? Maybe he doesn't like trees anymore. We're seeing a nightmare there on the Kobe mid lane. Jinx has the Impale as well, but there shouldn't be any follow-up. We're seeing a Pattern is cutting the wave, and now Radiant pursue forward. Hook is there from long range. So you're seeing a swap on Filski into Magic Missile. Is there follow-up, though? 11-17 may be injured. Detention is there from Kate. They're seeing a crosshair on to Ultra Gunner. Ultra Gunner is being hit right now, but he's not dead quite yet. Kobe, BKBs, hits Ultra. Ultra BKBs as well as member is there. Ultra Gunner will now go down, and now it's traded for 11-17, but Radiant go in. They kill Jinx, and they want to get more. Dire on the run. Hook, no! It's on a creep! 11-17, no, goes forward, has swap. Who does he swap? Nobody.
He doesn't have swap yet.
Oh, doesn't? Doesn't he?
4 seconds.
Illusions right now, though. Now we're seeing a Remnant there onto 11-17. They're trying to kill the Illusion, and now it's Kobe, 11-17, hitting the high ground. Venge goes forward, searches, doubles back, and they return to the high ground. But the Plague Wards, well, they're very strong right now. They clear them out for now. Dire, they're swapped in, though, by 11-17. Filski is in danger. He'll get nightmared by Nephilim. Now Ultra Gunner on the Bloodseeker will buy back. That's a huge buyback to Force, and Radiant, rightfully so, will be content with their gains and back off.
They also can't walk out of their base to the mid lane because Techies has the sign down there. Oh god, that's a buyback!
Ultra Gunner! You're dead!
He didn't have BKB up, he only had Flicker, but he couldn't turn around in time.
Oh my lord. Radiant are doing it! They're actually doing it with this draft! And Kobe goes in, steps away, and they're playing around at this point. They know Ultra is dead for more than a minute. He has no buyback. Pattern desperately pushes in the bottom lane, but Radiance, it's high ground time.
Yeah, Artorius, what's Radiant's win condition? Oh, well, you know, they kill one of their cores with Chronosphere, and then they kill them with Techies. Oh, that seems highly ambitious.
What happened? Apparently Badger was wrong. Apparently the 7K player was correct this time. Seeing mid lane though, the T3 towers, shut up Artorius. But mid lane, they go in once again, they dilate their onto the Nyx Assassin, they return to the racks, so their racks are half HP already. We're seeing 11-17 is man fighting with Pattern. Pattern has TP, what's up, like back to the racks again. Filski uses Poison Nova there onto 3 of them. They remain fine, but the racks are still alive, but are quite low. They'll now go down. Now, Radiant, they've claimed the melee racks mid lane, they will retreat. Pattern has returned to the high ground defense, and Radiant will not overextend for now. They'll be content being a Netherrax mid lane up, it appears. My lord.
Malefic's going fishing.
Yeah, I mean, he is smoke up the Ninja Gear. Hook is there on the Jinx, but he's into the mines! Jinx! He's dead. No buyback. Swapping the Nephilim. The silence is there. Bane is forced away. Will he go down? Yes, he will. No buyback. 3 dead. They go for Felski. They're going all the way to Fountain. Chrono is up. Will he use it? No, they won't. But Radiant, they're sieging the high ground. He has 2 moon shards. What is this?
Yes, the 252 damage.
It's closer! It's there on 2! It's gonna be game winning! They go in, Ultra goes down, no buyback, Pattern goes down, no buyback, and the GG is called! And somehow, some way, no Teddy! Demolish no band players!
You almost fucking solo killed the 3k HP Void and the goddamn Chrono.
What the fuck did we just watch, dude? What the fuck did we just watch?
So down bad. You're just like, I wonder what Techies is gonna build next. He hasn't bought anything in a while. Just buys 2 moon shards straight up.
This is the single most chalked I've been with the draft winning in my entire life, I think.
He quite literally bought 4 Hyperstones within a minute.
I want to see this in the item graph. Where is that? Oh, yep. I mean, if you're no Ted, you have to be so happy right now with that game win. I mean, that is the ultimate morale booster, winning with Techie's Pudge against what is one of the contending teams in Lads this season. If you're no band players, I mean, you mentioned, how do you recover from this game? I mean, that's just... Ouch!
I don't know, they won all 3 lanes, didn't they?
They, to varying degrees, won all 3 lanes, yeah. They didn't win some lanes as hard as others, but you could argue they won all 3 lanes. They either won or drew all 3 lanes, for sure.
Well then.
I am so happy you were here for this game. I'm just... I just don't know what to say.
Did we cast under bagged milk motherfucker last time?
No, I changed it to twitch.tv/Badger Pablo. With the correct language and country and not French bagged milk motherfucker.
It's still there though.
Stupid leaf. But man, that is just Dota 2 for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. You've words for me. You had words too.
I don't know. Not really much to say to that.
And they just play. It's like they decided to leave Dota 2 for how long is that game? They decided to leave Dota 2 for 44 minutes and change. They said, you know what? No bad players. You're coming with us to the bizarre alternate realm that is what we're playing here. And you must beat us in the alternate realm. And it turns out the Dota players were not ready to play Minesweeper. They were not ready to play Dodge the Chrono and Dodge the Hook.
I mean, they didn't play the same way MVP Phoenix did, but they had the same like general idea of who cares what the meta is, we're just gonna play some ape shit that makes no sense, and nobody's gonna know how to play against it. That's what that game was.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's absolutely fantastic. I'm happy. I'm just happy this game happened. I'm happy I got to cast this game. This is a game where I would be freaking out in the Twitch chat right now, like, oh my lord, what is going on? What is happening? Why is this happening? What game is occurring? This is not Dota 2. You're not allowed to do this. This is illegal. But no, this is a good game to watch. Man, that is just Dota 2 for you. It's like we're waiting on Keita's back. So we're waiting on Kobe and KU to take slots so we can go into game number 2 of this. We do have one more game ahead of us. Game 2 of this group stage best of 2 action. And at this point now, both these teams are tied in wins. They both are 5-2, so this is a big deal for group seeding. Let me go adjust that real fast.
Imagine caring about seeding. If you're good enough, you'll just win regardless of your seed. Smile.
Smile indeed. Very useful. Hey, when you won your last season, did you win from winners or losers?
Winners.
Which, you're proving my point, then, are you?
No, we're just so good that we memed in normal and so made winners smile.
It's like, okay, so the last team that won is this No Teddy Core. They won from winners. Before that was Dark W. They won from winners. Before that was Dark W again. Won from winners. Before that was your team, Turtle Kings, who won from winners. So you want to be in winners. Being in winners is very good.
Go against the meta. Fuck it. Upper brackets for bitches.
And you're so stupid.
I mean, can't argue with that.
Sure. Whew.
While we're waiting for the game to start, you should play the cheese video.
No.
Cheese. Just fucking cheese.
I'm like trying to recover both mentally and lung-wise for next game. I mean, that was
Wait a second, Badger. Are you telling me play-by-play casters should have emotions?
Yeah, I do believe play-by-play casters should be invested mentally in their cast. I think if a game like this happens, if you are not like literally completely in the zone and emotionally on the roller coaster with the teams, you're not having a good time. You gotta be on the roller coaster, you know? I was on Techie's wild ride, just like Heck Teddy who won, and just like No Band players who lost a real devastating loss. You know? That's what I have to say. So, I need some water. You good, or you need some water too?
I'm fine.
So I'll be back in about 2.5
eating
minutes. I'll see you soon. Keep the people company during the draft. Don't get me banned on Twitch, buddy. I'll see you soon.
No promises.
God damn it. Okay. Mute the mic.
You can't tell me what to do. I'll do the exact opposite. Why do you think I never play any meta heroes? I'm pretty sure these were the first two bans of the last game. That's about when I had to go AFK and leave Badger to just solo cast. I should do that again. Wait, M. John subbed. That means you can be lol in chat. Spam this Badger to make mods matter. Gotta get the 2K Twitch chat mindset. So a Heck Teddy banned their own Vengeful Spirit. I'm assuming that's Carry Tiny being banned. Gyrocopter Flex picked. Pretty sure Malefic's the one that plays it. But I'm sure KU can play it too. Something tells me that's not a 4. It doesn't seem like a Jinx hero. At the same time, it might be for Mirana, because Mirana Sand King's a decent lane. That is kind of the counter to it, though. I'm assuming that is a +5 Abaddon. Just screw up the Burrow Strike Arrow combo. I'm just gonna leave a lot of dead air, and Badger's gonna get mad at me. But it's fine. You can't catch me as weak knees. They ban out the techies. They have been mentally broken.
I'm back. BTS Badgers returned. Well, this is this is more normal.
5 seconds.
The ban techies.
Yeah.
Team ban.
Alright, so they're clearly not interested in repeating last game. They're banning out techies, they're banning out Nightstock. They're saying, you know what? We do not want you playing the same brand of Dota at all. Just fair. I would be very tilted if I lost that game.
You're very tilted when your scroll wheel doesn't work, so let alone losing a Dota game.
I will murder. The scroll wheel actually matters more in a Dota game. You use your scroll wheel in every Dota game, sir. But
I never use my scroll wheel in Dota games.
Fuck you then. But
you know what? I'll break mine right now just to prove you wrong.
You don't need to break your scroll wheel to prove it points. But this is a much more standard draft. We're seeing Dire have grabbed a lot of crowd control. It's the Mirana and the Sand King combination, likely to a 3-4 combo right there. I'm sure you mentioned that already.
Yeah, and but then they just counterpicked it with an Abaddon.
Yeah, 5 Abaddon.
Although I wasn't sure when they picked the Mirana if it was going to be a 4 Mirana, because it doesn't really seem like a Jinx hero, but then they picked Sand King. I was like, okay, that's probably a 4 Mirana.
10 seconds remaining.
That makes a lot of sense. You've seen mostly Mirana being played 4 at the pro level recently. That's generally what we have been seeing, so seeing it 4 in this case makes sense as well. I know Nephilim's a big Shadow Demon 5 player, so it seems like it's an obvious 3 to 5 right there. The question is, what does no Teddy do with the gyrocopter?
Yeah, so I said they're either gonna flex it for carry, I would assume.
Could be mid. I know Kobe's played it mid before, and now we're seeing gyro mid actually is coming into vogue again. So I wouldn't be shocked if they go mid with it.
Probably wouldn't want to play it mid though, because like if no ban players just pick up like an aggressive mid that can fight, then or at least like stuns and the gyrocopter, then the Mirana can just constantly roam mid, throw an arrow, and it's a kill every time.
You need to hope that Keita can be in the right place, the right spot, then, right? In TP in time. You can't just not. I mean, any hero in Dota basically loses to that if you're getting sent constantly and arrowed from the side.
Yeah, but Gyro especially is no health.
Yeah, a lot of mids have no health. I mean, Storm, Ember, Void Spirit, Queen of Pain, Puck.
I think you just listed like 5 heroes that can dodge arrow.
Not they're stunned.
No, but like if you like pick an Ember on the Dire, you could just change the gyro. Whereas like if you just change one of those other heroes, they can pretty much dodge it.
I disagree. I disagree with that assessment. I disagree.
Wait a minute. They just picked Tidehunter, which I guess is like fine to like Sand King Mirana.
Shadow Demon, yeah.
Because it stops the stuns, but Shadow Demon, you can't purge anything from Shadow Demon other than his W.
And the thing is, as well, if Shadow Demon gets Aghanim Scepter, then you literally don't have Kraken Shot anymore, which is Tide's secretly best ability.
They're just gonna get AM'd.
Really?
I mean, surely you just pick AM here.
10 seconds.
An Abaddon 5, a Gyrocopter potentially 4, mainly magic damage,
Remaining.
a Tide Hunter, and a Storm Spirit. Surely you just fucking pick Anti-Mage.
Okay, I'll agree with you initially, because obviously, at an individual level, all these heroes match up quite poorly into AM. Like, AM Tide is traditionally a very good AM matchup. AM Storm traditionally is a very good AM matchup. But AM in the current meta is really struggled in terms of timings. Where
Your meta.
I mean, we're seeing it both at the pro level and at the amateur level. We've seen AMs have good players as well playing AM. Players like RDO and players like Nier, and players like Fume playing AM and losing. But
I mean, didn't the Hikori team or whatever kick the shit out of the one team with Anti-Mage against a Life Stealer?
did they win that game? I forgot if they won that game or not. But the AM felt underwhelming. I want to say the
AM
AM
like
lost.
solo carried that game.
I want to say the AM lost.
I'm pretty sure you won. You're the one creating the goddamn lobbies, batch.
I have to watch a lot of Dota. Because it's part of my job. I watch like 100 hours of Dota a week at this point, or 100 hours of Dota in 2 weeks. It's kind of hard to remember everything that happens.
ETS Badger, by the way.
It's hard to remember everything when you watch as much Dota as I do. It really is. But what was I saying? AM. I mean, AM has struggled in terms of timings a lot of the time. I think if you go Gyro, you just kind of farm him. In hindsight, I would have liked Anti-Mage. It's the one hero who struggles more in the meta than Anti-Mage. Jug. I mean, I get it. Obviously, Jug is a very good Jug game in terms of you have Spin, which gives you magic immunity against
10 seconds.
quite literally every ability that Radiant have right now.
5 seconds.
But it is Jug. I kind of have a blanket view of never pick Jug literally ever against any hero in Dota. And perhaps that's incorrect. Perhaps Ultra Gunner, being the much better carry player than I am, says, you know what, I trust in my Jug play. I trust in my teammates to get me to a spot where I can farm items. I'll pick the Jug, and we'll win Dota. But
10
Yeah,
seconds.
Hikori beat Infinity with Anti-Mage against a Kunkka, Lifestealer, Weaver, Dawnbreaker, Earth Spirit
that is bad lockdown.
in a 46-minute game.
I did make that lava, you're right. I did watch that entire game, I think.
We watched the game together.
We did.
Because I was like, surely this Anti-Mage is going to fight eventually, right? He's lost 2 melee racks, and he still hasn't fought yet, and then he just decides to fight, and he just wins the game.
I think we were mocking Twitch chat too for flaming the Anti-Mage the entire time, if memory serves. Oh, well.
Yeah,
Not
they were
importance.
it's super important. What do you mean?
Listen, it makes me look bad though, so it's not important.
Very important to this series, obviously.
It makes me look more stupid than I already am, and I can't do that. You know, I don't have a, I don't have Persephone over combats.
Obviously, a tier 2 SA team playing in a random tournament has a shitload of importance to a random League of Lads game.
There's one there's one common variable between the two actually. Do I know the common variable?
Badger.
Me. It's literally me. I am the only strand tying these two memories together is my existence.
The fact that it's both Dota games.
Yeah, that's a really broad statement. You know, that's kind of it's so broad that it's useless. Like, isn't it requisite for all Dota heroes to be in Dota games?
I don't know. Wow.
Either way, though, back to something that's less faux philosophical, something that's more actually on our Dota screens is bans and picks. We have some Morphling, Void Spirit, Lina, and Spear Picker bans. Like the Radiant bans, they're trying to span out patterns here, as long as a pattern mid to be selected. We're coming out into our penultimate pick of the draft, though. The last one for either Radiant for that matter. Could be a 4, could be a carry. I'm thinking it'll probably be a 4 because Gyrocopter owns as a carry right now. Well, you never know. Very little reserve time left in either team, so the draft will be wrapping up quite soon. Alright, it will be the 4 Gyro and the carry Void, unless they get real ambitious and go for like a for Void and to carry Gyro. It's probably carry Void for Gyro. Dire, meanwhile, have a mid to select. I'm guessing somebody who can either relatively be fine against Chrono or can jump the Void. Not quite sure what that'll be yet, but considering there's 20 seconds to reserve time, we have the answer right now. And they've chosen to survive the Chrono option. They've chosen Viper pattern. So, yeah. Looks like both teams actually have their work cut out for them. Which draft do you like more here?
I'm gonna have to go with no ban players. I think that Viper just completely throws a wrench in Teddy's plans. Like, Viper survives against Storm Spirit because it's mainly magic damage. In fact, everything is magic damage on the Radiant. Because even Bash from Faces Void, that extra damage is magic. Obviously, he's mainly a physical damage hero, but like, there's nothing really to bring down this Viper. And I feel like he's just going to run rampant across the map. If he doesn't, then the Radiant shouldn't have a problem beating the rest of this draft. But the Viper could be a serious problem.
I think what the bottom lane does will really decide what happens this game. I think I want to see how the KU Keita lane does in the Filski Jinx. I think if Filski can really start getting to the point where he can really start applying a lot of pressure to the bottom lane, that's very good for them. I like Dyer's game a lot more when the T1 power bottom dies very early. You know what I mean? I think then you make space for Viper to farm that area of the map. And that's going to be very important. I think both Ultra and Pattern want to play relatively on the Radiant side map this game. Try camp Radiant side jungle. Which means it's a lot on Filski to win that lane early on Sand King to create that space for them. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way that I do it.
I think the lane is entirely dependent on his skill build and how the Radiant react to his skill build. Because the way you win that lane is you max Caustic. Well, you don't max Caustic, but you get a single point in Caustic to start out the lane. But if you skill that first in order to win the lane, if the Radiant's smart, they're just going to sprint at Sand King. Because the Mirana is not enough damage to harass the Faces Void and the Abaddon off of the Sand King. And if the Sand King skills Caustic Finale first, he can't like really fight into them. But he can at least hit creeps and keep them off the wave. So if the Radiant just run at him when he skills Caustic, then they win the game. Well, win the lane.
If you are just joining us, by the way, welcome to game number 2 of No Teddy, taking on no band players. My name is Badger. I am joined by the one and only Artorius. Setting up my Twitch prediction. I've set it up. I will end it at the horn, by the way. So even though it says 5 minutes, if you're hearing this now on your end, it'll be closing in 30 seconds when the horn rings. So get your predictions in now, based on who you want to win. Hopefully you guys do it, because I put it up, and it seems like whenever I don't do it, people ask for it. Whenever I put it up, nobody does it. So, yeah. We're seeing in the jungle, the Radiant side jungle, disruption is there on the Tidehunter. Into the arrow, hits on Tide, but Dire actually run away. Radiant outnumber them, and now Radiant run into the river, running towards Jinx, Filski, and Nephilim. The rune trade, though... Wait. Okay, it will be relatively even, it appears. Seems like it'll be 2 bounty runes a team. So nothing too out of the ordinary. Yeah. If memory serves, Kobe Storm is good, right? Right? Am I wrong?
I know he plays it. I don't know how good or bad it is. I don't remember playing against it or seeing it. But I know he does play it.
Alright then. Seeing Malefic, though, has that Rocket Barrage already bothering Nephilim in that top lane. A big power spike for Gyro this game. Level 3. Getting that level 2 Rocket Barrage will be a big deal. That 2-1-0 skill build will be very nice for this Gyro this game. That'll be one thing we'll have to watch this game. I like this play from Malefic and Alvaro and Nephilim. They both block the camp with their body to not give away the fact that they both blocked the camp. They both blocked the camp anyways, so it's eventually both teams will find out, hey, it wasn't this body blocking, it was actually sentries blocking everything. Oh, look at the CS and Viper right now. 8-2 versus Storm's 3-0.
Malefic might be dying here.
He's being spun on right now by Ultra and Nephilim. The kill will be there. So I think for 2 games in Rushy, yeah, Nephilim has drawn first blood 2 games in a row. On Malefic. 2 games in a row, I think. Actually, no, I think it was Keita last game on Nestletter, but still. It is definitely 2 first bloods in a row there for the side of that that no-banned player's Nephilim playing 5. Yeah, as you said, Filsky has gone for that point in Caustic. He's currently a 0-1-1 skill build on that Sand King. Radiant and Mio actually are running at Ultra top lane. Ultra, though, does have that spin, so he should be fine. Keyword is should. That's a keyword in a lot of situations in Dota, though, is the word should. And the prediction, yeah, okay. Apparently the Twitch chat thinks that no ban player is going to win. We have 83% of the points put in for no ban players. A lot of points. We're seeing some stacking in the beginning. Looks like Malefic actually is not stacking the Ancients, though. He's only stacking the hard camp right now.
Apparently Dot thinks I'm drunk.
Are you drunk?
No.
Good. Good. I'm happy you're not drunk. Has he forgotten what you sound like? You were teammates for how many months now?
Just tired. It's not my fault.
Yeah, you've been tired a lot recently. It's bad now. Sometimes life gets you down with fire stuff. Seeing bot lane, a lot of training once again going on. Leap was forced out by Keita, so Jinx must now leap away. Mid lane, though, we're seeing Malefic actually has taken the lane. Kobe has gone to the jungle, which means Gyro's getting the XP there. While Storm obviously is just content hitting creeps in the jungle. Or I should say, he's more content hitting creeps in the jungle than he is laning the Viper. That's probably the more accurate statements, but... Meanwhile, it is Keita being run at by Jinx and Filsky. Jinx has no leaps left, needs, I believe, 2 more hits, and will not even attempt it. Says, you know what? I'm going to let Keita live. Not worth my time.
Sticking Fairy Fire, so I don't think he was going to kill him.
So he would be accurate in assessing it. The not worth my time thing. Anything that... I was actually a little surprised, we predicted that Filsky could have a very good lane bottom lane. He's currently beating KU in CS right now, which is pretty good for him. He's 21-1 versus KU's 16-4, which is not terrible, but you probably want more than that playing the Void this game. We're seeing, though, that's a good rotation from the Dire. They're taking Malefic's stack. I was going to go to Kobe, but no. All the creeps went to the Dire, and they will have the kill there on Gyro as well. He has Rocket Barrage and the Holy Missile, but he certainly will die. The kill there goes to Pattern on that Viper. That's fantastic. Stack taken and Gyro killed. That is exactly what you want if you are no-ban players. Bot lane, though. Burrow into Arrow from long range. Keita will go down on the Abaddon. Could not get the Fire and stick off in time. It probably would not have mattered in the very end. So for right now, no-ban players, they are outmaneuvering No Teddy. They want revenge. They want to turn it into a 1-1. Are you surprised that all KU is going for the Mask of Manasaur boots?
Not really. He just wants to farm He's not really going to get run down by a Sand King. He just needs to time walk out. I am
true.
surprised by his skill build, though. 103, and he's just holding his skill point.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously can skill either dilation if he wants to be aggressive, or time walk if he wants to be defensive. Perhaps he doesn't know quite yet what he wants to do, so I guess he's fine playing with that spare skill point ready. Seeing Keita is running at Jinx. Correction, he's running away from Jinx now, but I don't know if... Okay, Dire now know he's there. Disruption is there, arrows available will be used onto Keita's Abaddon, but he's a pretty tanky Abaddon. But you know, he's silenced by his own illusions from Nephilim! The interaction! Now Keita has shield, but it does not purge the poisons. 3 poisons are there onto the Abaddon, they are still hitting. The 4th stack of poison, though, misses. Can you get the 5th stack? Okay, now there's 4 stacks there. It should be a kill quite soon on the Abaddon. He will shield himself, but it should not matter. KU, though, comes in and has Chrono. Hits on the Jinx. Keita goes down. KU, though, does not have the Chronosphere. Filski has arrived, has Burrow, but cannot get off in time. So overall there, it's simply Keita dying on Abaddon, everyone else living. Alright, so let's see here. Dire right now are in a winning position. They have 1k net worth lead at 7 minutes. But they need to play some Dota at some point, right? What key items are looking at for Dire to go for more aggressive plays? Is like what? Sand King Blink, Jug, having a Farm Accelerant, and then maybe you go Omni's Lash? Sure, what's the plan there?
I have no idea what you just said. My Discord acted up and disconnected me from the call.
Oh, very cool. I was asking, what are Dire waiting on to fight? Is it like Blink Sand King plus an item on Jug, plus an item on Viper, or what are they waiting for to go?
Again, it disconnected me.
You know what? I'm just gonna pretend. I'm just gonna pretend what I said was correct. We're seeing Kobe was hit by the Hyper Strike mid lane, but he pulling me away in time. Can you hear me now, Burke?
Yes.
Okay, I was asking, what are Dire looking at item-wise before they go for more 5-man moves?
Dire? They probably just want this Blink Dagger on Sand King, then they'll just go as 4.
So it's just Blink-esque, nothing on Viper or Jug, it's simply wait for the Sand King Blink and then smoke as 4 and then go?
Yeah, like, I don't think they want to... They might just take this bottom tower, and then let Jug play down there.
Oh, Rip Keita, he got arrowed under tower, I believe, and with the 3 heroes hitting him and there being no borrowed time, Abaddon certainly is dead there. Malphite is running at Jinx, but there's too much to defend him, so Jinx will leap away into the healing ward of Ultra Gunner and will be fine. Some mid-tier 1 might be in danger though, it's already down to below half HP. It's being hit by Pattern and Ultra.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, tower dead, goes to Ultra Gunner on that Juggernaut, so a bit more of an odd move than you normally expect. You often expect the movement to be at the enemy safe lane tower. Instead, Dire catch Radiant off guard. They grab the mid T1, and now, with the Minotaur's siege unit, they run bottom. They want to perhaps go now for that bottom tier 1 tower. KU defends it, but Dire bring everybody to bears. Well, under tower, disruption is there into the arrow. Time Walk's not there in time, into the Omni Slash, into the Burrow Strike, down goes KU. Malphite has arrived, has stuck cannon damage. They stun there in the Filski. Malphite has to spin damage of Ultra Gunner quite soon. He's very low, they're driving the tower continuously. He moved on to a crit there from Ultra Gunner. And now I move to Keita, who's still level 4! Burrow Strike is there, Starstorm is there. Ultra Gunner grabs another kill. Down goes 3. And, well, with them will be their Tier 1 tower safe lane, which means Dire will have 2 big tower kills at only minute 10. Did your Discord disconnect again? Or do you have nothing to say?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll
Pattern as Kobe on that storm TP's away. Mid lane though, KU's near Jinx has Chrono but will not use it. Over on Discord, I am changing the server region to US Central. Let's see how that goes. Is that better?
It seems so.
Perfect.
I guess one thing to point out is the Radiant drafts look solid against most teams because most teams they wouldn't lose these towers. I'm just not going to stop talking because
Yeah,
KT is probably dead.
he's just dead. Let's keep talking.
Thanks, Neutral Creep. Like against most drafts, the Radiant would be able to defend their towers. Like they have Tidehunter who can just sit in front of towers, and then there's always the threat of a Faceless Void TP with Chronosphere or a Storm Spirit just zipping in. But the problem is there's a Viper. So Tidehunter can't sit in front of a tower if there's a Viper standing there about to siege it. So they don't really have anything to defend their towers with. So you just see them lose all three with no tower defense attempt from the Radiant.
Ideally, they can have Keita be that, but he's not even 6 yet, so... Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to get it desperately, but everywhere he goes, he just dies. And he puts a ward up, but Dire should be well aware of that. It's under their vision. Seeing a prayer mid lane onto the storm, but he falls away in time before the arrow. Actually, the arrow still hits him, but it shouldn't matter. No, I'm just actually staring at Keita. Keita will shield himself, but he will go down to the spin damage from Ultra Gunner quite soon. Now, Chronosphere's there on 3. It's good. Down goes Nephilim. Down goes Jinx soon. He'll use the Ravage. It's there on 2. Down goes Kobe, but Radiant still continue to fight. Pattern is low. He breaks onto KU. Malefic, though, goes down. Spin is there from Ultra Gunner onto KU. KU will move down to 11-17. 11-17 is being arrowed. It misses, but Inkonsilski has Sandstorm. Down goes 11-17. It's a full 5-man wipe. And somehow, some way, everybody on Dire nearly dies, but only Nephilim's the one that died there.
Yeah. This Viper has 1500 HP and they can't kill him. Imagine if he has more.
It seems like Dire, after last game, really want to win Dota. They're playing out of their minds right now. They clearly are not interested in playing any game that lasts longer than like 23 minutes.
I think this Gyro took the tome, and his Abaddon is paying for it heavily.
Yeah, I mean, he's level 8 on Gyro, and he's level 5 on Abaddon. And honestly, I would rather have Abaddon 6 than Gyro 6.
Like, most of the time the supports should communicate in the game what level they are and how close to like 6 they are. You also need to discuss like whose 6 is more important. And you also need to discuss where you need to play, because it might change how much XP you're gonna get, and then therefore change who the tome goes to. But also this Charo builds, I actually don't know what it is, because he is not maxing his magical spells. He maxed Flak Cannon. And
yeah, maybe he thinks he's their carry, I don't know.
Yeah, he also has the Possessed Mask instead of the Void.
Well, bot lane Malefic is being gone on. Spin was there, did not do any damage. Filsky has been pump faking the Epi. Burrow and Viper attacks are there. Malefic will call down, but, well, he is dead. Radiant, they even glyphed the wave to keep their creeps alive there, and... Well, now Dire return to hitting the bottom tier 2 tower. Ultra, though, has no healing ward. It's on cooldown. Which is not great.
I think Filsky thought that there was going to be more than just a gyrocopter sprinting at his Juggernaut. So he kept channeling Epicenter, thinking there was going to be a second hero that shows up, that he could get 2 heroes with that, and then I think he finally realized, nope, this is just a crazy-ass fucking dude.
Well, the go on the tide. Viper Strike is there. Kobe tries to help. Go on to Pattern. I'm just there. We'll go on to 2. Who can they get? KU comes in its corner. It's there on to 3. It's a good Chronosphere. Keita remains alive. Filsky runs at 11-17. 11-17 should go down quite soon, but it may be treated for Pattern. Both are very low. Keita goes down. The offlaners are alive. Filsky goes down. Pattern is spalled on. Pattern goes down, and now it's Kobe who's out of mana. Needs to get away somehow. He's in a 4v3. His teammates are trying to get there, but he's still running away desperately. Has Soul Ring, will ball, and will get away. And now, he will keep you away in time. So overall, they're Radiant. At long last, win the fight they need. They triple their kills in just 1 engagement.
Yeah. They did have to commit so much to bring that Viper down, but they did eventually get him. The only problem I see now is they can't defend any towers for 100 seconds.
And they have call down, and also they're balling on into Jinx. Jinx on the Mirana goes down, so we see Dire. We're setting up in the Radiant jungle to continue the bot tier 2 tower siege. The supports errantly walked forward, and Radiance pounced, killing Jinx. I actually missed
I
that
think
kill.
Dire just gonna siege it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 5v4, but they just don't care, apparently.
There's no Ravage and there's
Chronosphere, yeah.
no Chronosphere.
Yeah, not even call down. It's not
And
going
there's
for a minute.
also... Yeah, there's also no Orchid on Storm yet either. So Ultra Gunner doesn't even need to play scared as long as he has Blade Fury up cooldown.
Blade Fury. He has Omni Slash as well, so if Dire want the either tower, they have that Omni Slash play to go for. Ultra Gunner, unlike last game, is extraordinarily farmed. He's number 1 in net worth by a country mile, 1.5k ahead of KU's Faceless Void. And they will also parlay that into a very easy tier 2 tower take, which means it's from there to the outpost, grab the outpost, grab map control, force Radiant to play all the way over here on the Dire side of the map, perhaps into their own tri-camp. That means for Dire, they can very easily at some point make a good play at Smoke and a Movement Shadow into the Radiant tri-camp. And, well, their game seems pretty easy right now.
I think the only thing they need to worry about now is now those big cooldowns are coming off cooldown. And although you did get that bottom tier 2 tower, the Storm and the Faceless Void were farming that entire time that they only had the Gyrocopter sitting there just trying to defend the tower. And they also have picked up a Blink Dagger on Clyde Hunters, so if they don't get a pick off and just try and roast, they might be in some big trouble.
This could be a very important team fight. Dire have smoked on 3. The question is, where are they going? It's the question of the day. They're running now into the Radiant side tri-camp. The Radiant are very much there right now, and they don't have Filsky. They see KU, something is there, and it comes around. It's there on 3. Fantastic response. In balls Kobe. Chrono's there on 2. Who they kill? It appears to be Jinx. They now move, though, over to Pattern. Neck is there. Jinx remains alive. Jinx actually leaps away, but a focus Pattern. Atos is there. Bonding is there. Pattern goes down. Burrow's there on 2. Into Filsky's spin and Ultra Gunner's spin. KU is the trade so far. It's fantastic for the Dire. And they run at Keita, who has borrowed time. It will get popped, but they will attempt to dive after that. Burrow Strike is there, and they will kill the Abaddon as well. Double kill for Ultra Gunner, who is absolutely balling out of control.
It was looking good until they just target switched all of their damage and didn't kill anyone during Chronosphere. And then Filsky got there in time. Although I'm surprised the Dire even tried to make that play because they didn't have Ultra Gunner and they didn't have Filsky. They ended up showing late to the fight. By the time they showed up, Pattern was literally dead.
Did Radiant know that Jinx had a neck there?
I think it was in the last at least saw it in the bottom lane. I don't know if they saw it in the bottom lane.
I just want to point out that Jinx has missed an arrow on a stationary target, but that is that's Dota 2 for you. Regardless, Roshan and the Edict of the Immortal goes to Ultra Gunner on that Juggernaut, who is 11,000 net worth, 3k ahead of KU, and it's a good game to beat Jug. You know, bot lane suffering from Nephilim is there on the Malefic's Gyrocopter. He will attempt to escape, but it will be very futile. Down goes Gyrocopter. It's a monster kill streak now for the side of that Jug. It's just very good. Now they look for Filsky top lane. The dust is there. Filsky has Yules and has Blink. They're running at him, but it's just not working. He gets away easily. And now Dire, they ping out League of Legends, Mr. Kobe, on that Storm Spirits. They have some idea he's there, but they don't see him right now. And he will get away.
Yeah, it's been a rough game for him so far. He hasn't, like, really been able to get any pickoffs or kills or anything.
This is a very hard game for Radiant. They have to like make these plays too, I think. And it's Dire who just keep taking it to them. And well, maybe Storm is just dead here. He balls in, they know he's there, but he actually balls away in time. Did Radiant have a sentry there? I don't think they did, actually. I guess good game sense there. I'm not sure if Nephilim showed it all somehow, but he balls away in time. Fantastic play there from Kobe.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, let's see what Dire are up to. They're sieging the top tier tower. Radiant are currently not defending. They're cutting the wave, though. So KU... Oh, never mind. There's one creep left. Bilski Hunts does not find him. Back to the tower. Radiant have glyph, but there's one more creep coming. And well, this tower certainly will be dead because of that creep being alive. And now Radiant once again split. Dire, though, have an Invis Shadow Demon to set up on the Gyrocopter, perhaps, if that's their play. Never mind, he's a little bit too fast. He gets away in time. Dire push into the Radiant jungle regardless, but Radiant appear to be aware of their movements. KU is preemptively time-locked away. Nephilim may get the angle here on KU, though. He will. Is there follow-up, though? Arrow, not there in time. Easy time-lock away there by KU.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Back to mid lane, though, it is the remaining outer tower of No Teddy that will go down here. That is every single outer tower now dead. All tier 2s, all tier 1s. And now for Dire, it's a lot of map control there. Very heavily posturing themselves on the range of the map. Radiant desperately split push with both Malefic and KU. Malefic, though, is the target of a Dire gank. He TPs. Nowhere near in time. Disruption. No arrow, but arrow not really needed. Full Atos on a Jinx, attempt to do some damage. Malefic will go down. Nearly takes Jinx with him. But still, Gyro is in the grave, and Dire lose nothing but TPs. Well, yeah, it's a pretty good game right now for Dire, but they're losing their Aegis soon. They have it for a minute longer, so it's unlikely Dire go high grounds with this Aegis. But they're probably fine waiting for the next one. They still have good wards up, they've got map control. They can easily wait the next anywhere from 4 to 7 minutes for the next Roshan. Radiant, meanwhile, will do the same gameplay, it appears. Simply push in some side lanes, do what they can to farm up as many heroes as they can. As futile as that might be. But if they're going to win Dota, that's how they're going to do it. They're going to get as much farm as possible, not fall too far behind economically.
Could have been a great or good game on Storm. None of this, the Dire supports have any defensive items.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow Demon, Aether Lens. And now they're actually going after KU. Burrow Strike is there. Is there follow-up? Yes, there is. It's an arrow. It's a spin. It's a Divine Purge. It's a dead KU on that Faceless Void. Very, very good pickup there. That is the enemy hard carry dead for a minute. And you won't be farming that entire time.
Yeah, he wasn't able to jump away immediately when he saw the Sand King because he was still Mask of Madness. But then he also didn't BKB. And he also didn't BKB the arrow.
Perhaps a little bit greedy there from KU, or perhaps simply accepting his death, saying maybe if I do BKB I still die to Omni Slash. Not sure what the exact thought is there, but the result is the same. It is a Dead Faceless Void. Bottom lane is Kobe, pushing the lane, and he balls away in time. Dire TP'd him, but not the, they weren't there in time to stop Storm from escaping. Seeing Malefic on the very heavy creep cut. Maybe? He misses it! And they know he's there. He went for the wave middle, But now they know he's in the dire side jungle. Question is, will they get him? I'm guessing yes. They have 3 heroes nearby. Deception is there. Into the arrow. Into, well... yeah, Starstorm, Shadow Poison. Pattern arrives. Press to steal the kill there, but Pattern not even needed. Easy kill there on Malefic. You know what, Perk? I missed last game.
Why? Because there was more action?
It was more fun. I had more fun last game. Top lane, though, we may see a bit of a fight blossoming. Never mind, they simply walk away. Thought there might be a fight, but no. Dire decide, rightfully so, they shouldn't fight that. But they actually do see Nephilim and Jinx at their own tri-camp. They may attempt to jump. Blink Ravage is up, and I'll see Filsky. Somebody walks into them. Gush is there. Is there follow-up? No, there's not. You see KU is waiting on the side of the Chronosphere, but... yeah, Dota 2 is not happening right now. We're simply doing some posturing and some farming. Maybe mid lane, they see Ultra. They have Chrono if they want to go for it, but... Ultra has 3k HP.
They also don't know where the Shadow Demon is.
As long as Shadow Demon is missing, you have to Chrono more than one person. Or else your one target in Chrono might get just saved, and your Chrono's wasted.
This is the weirdest net worth chart I've ever seen.
The hero one or the change one?
What?
The hero net worth? Oh, you mean the graph, right?
No, like the hero just list.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all 3 Dire Cores, then 4 Radiant Heroes.
Hey, you fucked it up.
No, he's still below the Viper. It's fine, right?
No.
Or is it glitch actually? So if you open the scoreboard up, it will prevent the net worth graph from updating. So just for anybody who casts out there, if you open the scoreboard, the net worth graph sometimes freezes. So if that happens, just go over to like say current gold or any other graph, and then go back. For if anyone ever sees that, your net worth graph not updating.
Ultra's just hitting this tower and just nobody was moving back to it. I think the Dire's getting a little bit frustrated with all this split pushing.
Yeah, I mean, they keep catching heroes, but they're not catching the important heroes. So
yeah,
they've caught KU like once. And they kill Malefic again, but if there's one hero on Radiant found dying, it's Malefic. And congratulations, you're dead. But meanwhile, your team is kind of isolated. Your Ultra is being jumped on. They know he's there. But the follow-up is unfortunately lacking. Burrow Strike is there on the tie, but 11-17 simply blinks away. I was gonna say, there have been very few deaths that have not been Malefic in a very long time. Other than that one pickoff on KU at the Tri-Camp, it's been only Malefic dying for the last 10 minutes, I think. Yeah, I'm scrolling up, I'm seeing Aegis taken, and since then Malefic dies, KU gets picked off, Malefic dies. That's it. So literally in the last like 9 minutes, it's been basically only Malefic dying.
Yeah.
There's not really much to like say about that insight-wise. It's just a true statement. It's an observation. Roshan though is alive, so now Roshan is forcing Dota to happen. Dire will attempt the Aegis. Seems like they will get it. Looking at Radiant Vision, they don't know exactly where Dire are right now. They're drawing an arrow. Perhaps not to move with a smoke somehow soon, but the problem is Ultra Gunner is soloing Roshan. Jake's leaving an arrow Roshan, giving Ultra Gunner free reign to hit Roshan. Filsky's making space. Malefic and 11-17 go on him. He'll burrow there on a 2. He's now stunned by Holy Missile. Pattern hits. But they're making time for Ultra to grab Roshan. Epicenter is there, damaging 11-17. He's low HP, he's being run at, and he will go down. As that happens, Aegis goes to Ultra Gunner, plus the Agamemnon Shard. Over to Malefic as well. Burrow is there from Filsky. Malefic has TP, but to escape will require a miracle. He is Invis Glimmer Cape. The Invis is now over. He will Yules himself. Correction, get Yules by Filsky. And he will go down. 2 more kills for no band players. Neither have buyback. And with the Aegis, it might just be high ground time. 11-17. Kobe balls in, balls out. He actually injures the wave, but the wave is not fully dead yet. So the tier 3 tower is dead. They will go in and begin the Rax siege. Kobe kills the mid wave, but there's more creeps coming in top lane. Melee Rax dead. Range Rax certainly will join them. And now, well, nothing stopping them from going in mid. Though Radiance, now with 5 and 12 seconds, may defend in 5v5 teamfights. T3 tower, though, it's already dead. And we move to Rax Siege number 2. Melee Rax are already being hit. Gush will hope to do something, but the Rax remain dead. Range Rax dead. Melee Rax under siege, and they've gotten 2 full sets of Rax. Now, Amnislash is there. Malphik remembers himself, though, in time, but the spin kills him. Down goes Gyro. KU comes in. It's a 4-man chrono. Who can they kill? Filsky, the target. Bowending for Nephilim. Filsky dead. Ravage there on 3. Down goes Jinx. They move to Ultra, and they actually move to Nephilim instead. Nephilim goes down, and now it's only 2 alive. Pattern and Ultra Gunner, the 2 big cores. Can they kill? They kill Keita, but they want to kill more viable heroes. Gush is there. KU looks for the angle to re-engage, but Ultra and Pattern stay together. Kobe balls in, looking for Viper, the good target. Balls away now. Can KU kill him? He's hitting. Viper strike there. Pattern down. KU on the run, but can Ultra kill him? He's hitting. He's critting. Needs a few more hits. Time Lock is there. Ultra has healing word. He's fighting into 3. He's stronger than all 3 individually, but there are 3 of them. Ultra still runs forward, has spin in 2, and no lit. Blink away. So Ultra has 2 lives and 22,000 net worth, but he cannot lock anybody down. And now Radiant begin to run an Ultra Gunner. Missile is there, plus the Atos. He has spin and he has Aegis. And they're TPing in Jinx. Malphik made us beat Daddy and he's completely alone. Malphik for the 20th time this game will go down. Arrow from longer range into the right clicks. Though in comes Kobe, looking to defend his Gyro. Gyro goes down. And they cannot avenge him, it appears. Ultra, though, is just still playing a fire. He's fighting in with the Aegis. Kobe and KU hits. Spin does a lot of damage. KU time-offs. Arrow comes in, misses. Gush is there. And now in returns Filsky, who's respawned into the fight. Yules is there at the tide, into the burrow onto 2. It's a good burrow there from Filsky. But Dire, I don't know if they lacked it, but they're not killing them. So I guess the fight's over now.
I think, unironically, the reason why Dire lost that fight is because he just Omni-slashed the Gyrocopter, and then Storm Spirit and Faces Warrior were like, we can go in, and there's no repercussions, and Jug just couldn't do anything.
Turns out, though, also having a lost fight for Dire has the repercussions because, Jug has Aegis still. And he gets the Rax. T3 Tower's dead.
They still can't kill Jug, but they did lose 4 heroes because Jug just didn't have Omni-Slash. They just used it on Gyro. Well,
Epicenter Burrow are there on Malphik. Malphik will go down. KU's BKB, but has no Colonel 4-4. Kobe balled in, balled out. Now Dire collapse on KU. Chrono is there. It's on 4th. Once again, big, but who can they kill? KU simply dies his own Chrono. Burrow is there on 2. Omnislash is back. It's a disaster once again for Atlanta. No Teddy. They're going to attempt to fight. Lightning is there. The Vortex is there on 3 as well. Ravage, it's there on 5. But where is the damage? It's simply dead. Burrow, once again there on 2. Arrow in. Keita, dead. 11-17, dead. And Storm desperately tries to fight. Looks for Mirana. But Nephilim saves him with the disruption, and now it's Megas for the Dire. Radiant may fight on, but their uphill climb is turned into a vertical climb. Kobe balls in, misses, but he dodges Burrow. Back to the fountain once again, but tier 4, one of them's already dead. How can he defend? Let's find out. Malphik is back. Kobe goes in once again, goes out. Now Gyro can with the fight. Radiant Glyph one last time, and now Filsky is isolated. He'll use himself. Kobe balls in once again, ball back to the fountain. Burrow, Epi are there. On Malphik. Malphik will go down. And now, Nephilim is a target, but he's still alive. And now Storm is out of mana. He's dead. It's a full 5-man wipe. GG or not, this game will end soon. Throne, quarter HP. They fountain dive. Power times popped. And at long last, the GG is called. And in 2 very different games, we achieve a 1-1 result.
They didn't call GG because they wanted Malefic to die more.
Probably true, honestly. Probably true. I think both teams showed some good stuff tonight, though. We saw No Teddy with their game 1, an all-time classic, a well-earned victory. And in game 2, no band players came out. This is why we're good. We play some standard Dota against some standard Dota, and we get revenge. It's a good 1-1. Thoughts? Are you cutting out again, likewise?
No, there's just an awkward time to ask thoughts. I wasn't prepared.
Do you have any analysis, thoughts about the game, observations, non-seconders? I don't care. Just say anything. I'm tired of talking.
I don't know. I guess game 1, they kind of just memed, and looks like no band players were just kind of flustered by it. And then game 2, they kind of picked more comfort heroes, and just won their lanes, and there wasn't any crazy techies or pudges in the game to just turn a lost laning phase around.
Yeah, that's a fair way to put it. I'm actually a little bit concerned with this No Teddy team's laning. It's both games that kind of had some rough times in lanes. I'm not sure if the other elite teams can exploit that the way that no band players did in game 2. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Do you have any final analysis though before I go into my usual outro stuff?
Fuck MX Squire.
Alright then, thank you for joining me, Artorius. Do you have any final words, call-outs, shouts to say to the people of League of Legends and twitch.tv/BadgerPablo?
Am this Badger to make BTS matter.
You are useless, my lord. But thank you for joining me, Artorius, on this fine evening. My name is Badger. If you enjoyed my casting, want me to cast your games, cast your tournaments, contact me over on Discord. It's Badger, number 5713, or contact me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/BadgerDota2. Thank you to Amjon for subscribing on this fine evening. Their patronage is appreciated. And as per always, have a great night.